sorry. Want me to go first? Nope. So thank you all for coming.
I think we're good. We'll introduce you in a second.
Who goes first?
I was gonna go first.
Oh, please, go right ahead.
You can stand right here, Alec.
From Virginians were so hospitable.
So thank you all. Thanks to the host, I'm Lizette Ocampo, I'm the political director at People for the American Way. Amanda Pohl is one of our candidates. We're so excited to support her through our Next Up Victory Fund program. Thanks for your patience. Flight's a little delayed, so we appreciate your patience. But now we'll turn it over to Amanda Pohl. Thank you all so much for being here. We have a packed house, and I'm so excited about this because this is what is going to change Virginia. This is what's going to flip the 11th Senate District, so I'm so excited for all of you being here. And I'm especially excited for our other candidates who are in the House today. We have Doc Heffron running for school board, and we have Larry Barnett, who's running for our House of Delegates. And thanks to them for being here as well. I want to tell you a little bit about me and why I'm running for state senate. I was literally born in this district. My mother, who's right over there, gave birth to me in the front seat of a van when she was 18 years old on the side of the road in Moseley, Virginia, right down the street. And let me tell you guys, she was a strong woman. She didn't make it to the hospital because she had to do her work. She had to get her work done. And it takes strong women to get work done here in Virginia, and that's what we need. But I was a hospital chaplain. I was a hospital chaplain for more than 10 years here in this district, and I saw a lot of things. And I saw a lot of times where politics failed us. They failed us. Politicians failed us. And while I was holding the hands of people who died, literally died, because they didn't have Medicaid expansion, because they didn't have good health insurance, because they were underinsured, these were hardworking people who were just trying to make ends meet, but they couldn't get Medicaid expansion because Virginia delayed it. My opponent, the other Amanda, was fighting to stop those same people from having Medicaid expansion. And that's unacceptable to me. Politicians like her failed those people. While our teachers were struggling and fighting so hard to make sure that they had the basic supplies that they needed just to get by in the schools. And while our teachers were just trying to make ends meet and begging the internet for supplies on the internet because they can't use their meager salaries to cover things. My opponent was bragging on her radio show about how she didn't vote for teacher raises. This kind of thing is unacceptable in Virginia. We need to make things better. We must lower health care costs in Virginia. We must make things affordable for Virginians. We must do things to make sure that people in Virginia have a better life. And we can do that, but it starts with this election this year in 2 weeks. Now, some of you may not know this, but my opponent also is very proud of the fact that she fought against the Equal Rights Amendment. She was the only Republican woman in the Senate to stand up and make a grand speech about how the Equal Rights Amendment was not something that we needed, not for any other reason, but because she didn't need it. But her experience is not every woman's experience. We need an Equal Rights Amendment. We need to be equal under the law in the United States of America, in our Constitution. And we are going to pass that Equal Rights Amendment. We are going to ratify that in our Constitution. We're going to do it in 2020 because we're going to flip this. Yeah. Now, folks, we got here with a lot of hard work. We got here by outworking her, outraising her, and out-organizing her. And we are not going to stop today. So I'm going to make a big pitch for you. I need everybody to pick up a packet. I need everybody to go out there today. I need everybody to vote. And I need everybody to encourage every single person that you know to get out there to vote, because when we vote, we win. And I also need you, if you have it in you, to see my finance director and give her a little bit of extra money if you can. Woo! I got to make a little pitch for that. But the voting is the most important. We have got to make sure that we are out there voting, because that is going to be the key to flipping this district. So let's get out there and let's make it happen. And I thank you, especially thank you, Mr. Baldwin.
As I was going down the stairs, somebody said, "You kind of look like him. Are you related?" And asked if we were cousins. So I'm going to claim it. We talked about good Amanda and bad Amanda. I'm thinking bad Irish and good Irish. Anyway, I want to just say something really, really briefly. We are thrilled to do everything we can for Amanda Pohl. This is one of the most exciting races that's going to make a difference, not just in Virginia, not just this district, but around the country. That's why we couldn't be more thrilled to be here. Our next guest volunteered to help. First race we thought of was Amanda Pohl. Because she's that good. And how great to have somebody on our board who's so willing and committed, that is willing to come and knock on doors and make phone calls and volunteer his time to do this. So without further ado, the good Irish.
Well, thank you to Michael Keegan. I'm on the board of People for the American Way, and people always ask me, like, why do I want to do this, on the ground political work? Whether it's in New York, where I live, on Long Island, where my wife and I have a home, and Central New York, where my mother lives with my two sisters, California, where I used to live and have a home for 30 years, all over the country. Races I'm going to get involved with down in Texas for the U.S. Senate. It all begins with me making a contact with someone like Michael Keegan and using the resources of People for the American Way, or more formal partisan groups like the Senate Committee and the Congressional Committee, to find out what races do you think are important and significant, and where there's a real chance, where there's a good candidate. And I want to really, really underline where there's a good candidate. I have a soft spot in my heart, having wanted all my life to run for office, and then I fell in this rabbit hole of this crazy business I'm in, and wound up doing that for a living. But I have a soft spot in my heart for people that have other outlets, other positions, other careers they could have that could involve their need to care, to communicate, to help other people, to be an agent of change, of positive change. Amanda Pohl is someone who could be doing something else and not having to put herself through the rigors. It was tough to run for office these days. A lot of smears, a lot of attacks, a lot of negativity. And I often look and say to myself, there's a lot of people who don't run because they're afraid of that. They don't want to. They want to have the job. They don't want to run for the job. It's the election process that scares them. So you have a few people running now where there's a lot of mediocrity out there. And yet here, in this district in Virginia, you have a person who exemplifies what I think you want in a public servant. This woman is exactly what you want. You couldn't do any better. To go and lay it all on her opponent, we don't need to do that. We know all the images we've heard about. Oh, by the way, I was told, that she attacked me. Is it true she attacked me? Yeah. She was arrested for punching somebody. Now there's video cameras, and I told Michael, there's video cameras out in front of my building, and nobody punched anybody. I think if I actually punched the guy, I'd be in jail now. But she criticized me for having an altercation with someone for a parking spot, and then I heard about what happened to her. We have a little gift. She lives near here, right? So we're going to go drop off a gift for her. We're taking a roll of quarters for her. So she loses this job. She can can go and find all the parking spaces she needs. For your career as a civilian, parking on the streets of Richmond, Virginia. And lastly, I want to say, I don't want to keep it getting too long, but lastly, I want to say that you know, I was married once and have an older daughter, and I got remarried again, and my wife and I have had 4 kids in 4.5 years. And we're having another one in April. We're going to have another baby in April. I'm 61 years old, and I got 4 kids, 6, 4, 3, and 1. And but I have a wife and I have a daughter and we're having another girl. And you don't have to be a dad or a husband or a brother or whatever and so forth to understand it. Says this opportunity to flip that 38th state for the equal rights of women. I spent all these years begging people to understand the significance of equal pay for women and equal rights for women guaranteed by this legislation. Is something that is just beyond me. The fact that we don't have this in this country is disgraceful. And that's a silver lining. Because not only is her assuming this job better for the state of Virginia, is it better for her district? Is it good for you? It's good for Virginians. It's also good for women around the country. That's a second. Women around the country, we can help bring the Equal Rights Amendment finally as part of the law of the land here in this country. But let me just finish by saying that truly, I know what it's like. People will call me all the time and they'll say, we want to raise money for some event. And they'll say, can you call your friend? And I say, well, my friends stay my friends because I don't ask them for money. I don't. And so I'll buy a table to some event and I'll invite my friends, but I don't ask them. But in the world of politics, it is about some degree of giving. And what I want you all to do is, if this is what I do, is if it's tough to call the person on the phone and have that conversation with your friend about politics and kind of inciting them politically, then send them an email them. But reach out to your friends in some way and ask them to support this candidacy. You have a real opportunity for change, for the kind of change we have to have in this country. This is like a bellwether for the country here in the state races in Virginia. And again, you won't have a clearer choice in this country than the distinction between this woman and the other woman. Now, I like you said, good Amanda, bad Amanda. Yeah. Let's face it, it's like the Wizard of Oz. I say we drop a house, get it? We drop a house on Amanda Chase.
And right after that, we invite everyone to go knock on doors. Alec is going to be knocking on doors. Make sure you get out there, do everything we can to help.
Are we going to Amanda Chase's house?
Thank you all for coming. Thank you. We're knocking doors. One, if you cannot knock doors, but you want to drive some door knockers, please see our organizers at the front. We'd love some help with that. And 2, we are now using paper packets, so we absolutely need you to return your packet, hopefully finish, but even if you knock one door, we still need it returned back here. Thank you. And thank you all. Let's go knock doors.